Very good afternoon, all of you. Let's start our today's session. What will be our today's goal? Okay, what we want to do today, what we want to learn today. So our today's experiment, our today's discussion is based on the, you can say classification. So we will be focusing on regression. We will be focusing on regression. Okay, so what is linear regression? What is non-linear regression? What is multiple regression? So that topic we are going to discuss today. So what we will be discussing in regression? What is the purpose of regression? I think recently people have learned this thing in Vodafone India program. So can anyone tell me what do you mean by regression? Basically, what you will be doing in regression?
Prediction, sir.
Sorry,
Prediction.
prediction. Okay, very good. So we will be using regression for prediction. We will be using regression for prediction purpose. So what is our procedure to do the regression or how regression is implemented? Now, visually we can see it very clearly. Okay, that we are supposed to find a line that will be passing through all these points in such a way that we will have minimum error. Minimum error means we are covering the maximum number of points. Okay, or another case that we will try to, let's say if we are not in position to cover the maximum number of points, then we will try to find a line, okay, in which we will have minimum error. Minimum error means it will be close to maximum number of points. Okay, so we will try to find a line that is close to all these points. So that is regression. Okay, we will try to fit a model into it, and then based on that, we will try to find out the equation of. We will try to find out the equation of line. Okay, and then based on that equation, we will be try to evaluating the. We will try to predict the new value. So let me give you some time series data. Okay, so in regression, we will start with linear regression, and there is only one independent variable. I have discussed with Chetan sir, so Chetan sir told me that the students are aware with that this term, that what is dependent variable and what is independent variable. So let me write down the value of x and y. Let's say x 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Okay, and then value of y 2.4, 3, 3.6, 4, 5, and 6. Now, what is the equation of line? What is the equation of line? Yes, can anyone unmute and tell me what is the equation of line?
Y equals to mx plus c.
Yes, y is equals to mx plus b. Okay, so this m represent the slope and this b represent the intersection point with x. Okay, so we will be writing y is equals to ax plus b. Now, normal equations for this will be, let's say if we consider all this value, sigma y is equals to na plus, sorry, there is mistake, a plus bx I have written. So sigma y is equals to na plus b sigma x. Okay, and sigma xy is equals to a sigma x plus b sigma x square. Now, let's try to calculate all this term. Sigma x, sigma y, sigma x square, and sigma xy. What is sigma x? Sum of all the x variable. 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 6, 16, 16 plus 8, 24. Similarly, sigma y is equals to 2.4 plus 3 plus 3.6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. So sigma y is also 24. Sigma x square. Okay, so 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 36 plus 64. So it will be 130. And sigma xy means x into y. So 2.4 plus 6 plus 3 into 3.6. So 10.8 plus 4 into 4, 16 plus 6 into 5, 30 plus 8 into 6, 48. Okay, so this will be 113.2. Now let's put all this value into this equation. What is sigma y? 24. So 24 equals to 6a plus 24b. Okay, n is number of reading. So 6a plus 24b. Sigma xy. Sigma xy is 113.2 equals to 24a plus 130b. So, if we using this equation 1 and equation 2, using this equation 1 and equation 2, if we try to find out the value of a and b, if we try to find out the value of a and b, then a will be 1.9765 and b will be 0.5059. Okay, so if we try to form the equation using this, then y is equals to 1.9765 plus 0.5059 into x. Okay, so if I want to predict the value, for x is equals to 10, okay, for x is equals to 10. So value of y will be 1.9765 plus 5.059. Okay, so 1.9765 plus 5.059 or 7.03. 7.03. All of you clear with this? All of you clear with this? That if we are having only two variable x and y, okay, and if I want to predict the value, new value of y, okay, based on the x, okay, then this is how we can get it. This is called linear regression. This is called simple linear regression. Why it is simple linear regression? Because here a plus bx, only one term is there. Only one term is there. Okay, that is bx. So we can also call it single linear regression. We can also call it single linear regression. Okay, we can also call it single linear regression. Now, in database, definitely we won't have only one attribute. Okay, so here, let's say this all will be the attribute, and this is, you can say, prediction value. But in data set, normally we will have more than one. So how to deal with that part? How to deal with that part? Before moving to that part, let me ask you people one question. What is Gauss-Jordan method? What is Gauss-Jordan method? I think Chetan sir has told you before some time only. So my question is, what is Gauss-Jordan method. Can
Sir,
anyone else?
the values of variables in the
Hmm.
equation.
Anyone else?
Sir, in a matrix should be in row echelon form.
Huh? Anyone
All the
else?
sir, all the entries except the leading one should be 0.
Yes, whatever whatever you are telling me, those are property of it, row echelon form, right? But my question is, where it is used? My question is, where it is used? You should have asked this question. You have not asked, so I am asking you people. Yes, anyone? Anyone would like to give any input over here? To find the variables. Okay, good. I think there are three property for row echelon. Non-zero row, in non-zero row, first non-zero element must be 1 and zero row must be at the bottom part of matrix. Zero rows. Okay, if it is reduced row echelon form, then for any two non-zero row, leading one of the lower row must be right side of the leading one. Right side of the leading one. So we have, or you people have studied all these things. Okay, but what is the purpose of that? Why you people have learned this thing? Now, whenever we will have only one variable, okay, whenever we are having only one variable, and using that one variable, if you want to find the root, then we can find it very easily, because you people have learned this thing in 11, 12 science as well. Okay, but whenever we are having multiple variable, whenever we are having multiple variable, so at that time what will happen? First of all, these methods are used to find the roots of system of linear equation. Okay. Now let me tell you. Let me give you an example of system of linear equation. Let's say we are having three variables, x1, x2 and y. 1, 10, 12. 2, 1, 18. 3, 2, 24. 4, 3 and 30. Now, we want to create a prediction model which will predict the value of y. In previous case, there was only one variable. There was only one variable, but here we are having two variables. Here we are having two variables. So what will be the equation of y? Okay, in this case, equation of y will be y is equals to a0 plus a1 x1 plus a2 x2. Now, first of all, let me tell you this is multiple linear regression. Okay, this is known as multiple linear regression. Why we are calling it linear? Why we are calling it linear? Yes, anyone from class? Why we are calling it linear? Anyone from class? Polynomial. What is the difference between polynomial and non-polynomial? I am asking you people very simple terms. This equation is polynomial or non-polynomial? Power 1. Okay. So in non-polynomial, power will be 1. Similarly, in linear, here you can see value of, or you can say power of x is always 1. Okay. So that's why it is called linear. But instead of only one variable or one attribute, here we will have multiple attributes. Here we will have multiple attributes. Now, if we try to create the equation for this, then sigma y is equals to n of a0 plus a1 sigma x1 plus a2 sigma x2. Next is sigma x1y is equals to a0 sigma x1 plus a1 sigma x square plus a2 sigma x1 x2. Sigma x2y is equals to a0 sigma x1 x2 plus a1 sigma, here it is square, sigma x1 x2 plus a2 sigma x2 square. So how many terms are there that we have to calculate? Sigma x1, sigma x2, sigma y, sigma x1 x2, sigma x1 y, sigma x2 y, sigma x1 square, and sigma x2 square. Okay, so here sigma x1 is 10, sigma x2 is 16, sigma y is equals to 84, x1, x2 is 30. X1y is equals to 240. X2y is equals to 276. X1 square 30 and x2 square 114. Now let's try to form the equation using these values. Okay, so if we form the equation using this value, then first is sigma y is equals to n a0 a1 x1 a2 x2. Okay, so it will be like 84 is equals to 4 a0 plus 10 a1 plus 16 a2. Then 240 x1y, sigma x1y is equals to 10 a0 plus 30 a1 plus 30 a2. 276 is equals to 16 a0 plus 30 a1 plus 114. How we can find the root of this system? How we can find the roots of this system of linear equation? Okay, this is called system of linear equations. Why? Because here we are having one linear equation, another linear equation, and third linear equation. So what is our purpose? Our purpose is to find out the roots of this system of linear equation. So any input from your side? First of all, are you getting how we have created the or how we have written the equations? Because we will be discussing derivation as well. Okay, that how we come to this equation. But you have to tell me that how we will be solving the system of linear equation. Yes, anyone? Anyone from class? Vijay, Tushar, Srinarayan, Samir, by elimination, by Gauss elimination, or Gauss Jordan. Sorry, here I have written Gauss elimination 2 times. So Gauss Jordan or Gauss elimination method. What it will do? It will find or it will give us the roots of the equation. It will give us the roots of the equation that we can solve we can solve this system of linear equation using these rules. Okay, so we will be not focusing on that part, that how it is solved. Okay, but because you people have already learned it. But if you will try to solve the equation, then you will get a0 is equals to 6, a1 is equals to 6, and a2 is equals to 6, 0. Okay, so a1 is equals to 6, a0 is equals to 6, a1 is equals to 6, and a2 is equals to 0. Okay, so if you form the equation, then it will look something like y is equals to 6 plus 6x1 plus, here we are getting value of a2 as 0, so 0x2, so it will become 6 plus 6x1, so 6 into 1 plus x1. Now here you can see whatever will be the value of you can say x2. Okay, whatever will be the value of x2. Okay, it will not create any impact on the value of y. Okay, why? Because that component will be always converted to 0. That component will be always converted to 0. So 6 into 1 plus x1. So here y, we can say y is completely independent of x2. Okay, but if you will try to implement this, then it may happen that always you will not get the same answer. Clear? All of you are clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Avinash, Bharti Kumari, Devansh, Divyajit, Harshvardhan, Ivanchi, Tanvi, how you can solve this? You can say another problem will be for you people that how to convert this system of linear equation into matrix. So you can have idea. Just a minute. Okay, so how you can represent this into the matrix format? Okay, so it will be like 4, 10, 16, 10, 30, 30, 16, 30, 114 into A0, A1, A2 equals to 84 240 276. Is this form familiar to you people? आपको कुछ जाना पहचाना लगता है क्या इसमें? I'm asking you people. Is this form familiar to you people? So your you can say data set will be converted into system of linear equation. Your data set will be converted into system of linear equation, and then that system of linear equation will be solved using Gauss-Jordan or Gauss elimination method, whatever is convenient to you. Okay, so once you will solve that, once you will solve the system of linear equation, it will give you the roots of that system of linear equation. Okay, and from that roots, you will have your final expression. So in simple word, we can say this is our model. In simple word, we can say this is our model. Okay. At the end of this, we will get a model, but nothing in form of expression. So this is our trained model. This expression is trained model. Just for your understanding, training is separate part, training and testing and all these things. Now, anybody is having any query, any doubt in this, whatever we have discussed till now?
No, sir.
Let's move forward with the next part, that is non-linear. Okay, so in non-linear regression, we will have power of 2, more than 1, not 2, but power will be more than 2. So if we simply write the expression of line y is equals to a plus bx plus cx square. Let me write down some sample reading. X is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Y equals to 1, 1.8, 1.3, 2.5, 6.3. Okay, so if we write down the equation, normal equation, okay, then sigma y is equals to Na plus B sigma x plus C sigma x square. Sigma xy is equals to A sigma x, B sigma x square plus C sigma x cube. Next, sigma x square y. A sigma x square plus B sigma x cube plus C sigma x raised to 4. Okay, here if it is let's say dx cube, okay, then here there will be sigma x cube y. Sigma x cube y. Okay, so then we will have fourth equation. So depending on the number of power, we will have system of linear equation. Now let's try to find out the values. So sigma x, I have calculated this in my book. Sigma x is equals to 10. Sigma y is equals to 12.9. Sigma xy is equals to 37.1. Sigma x square is equals to 30. Sigma x cube is equals to 100. Sigma x raised to 4 is equals to 354. Sigma x square y is equals to 130.3. 130.3. Now, if we try to prepare the equation from this, okay, then 12.9 is equals to 5a plus 10b plus 30c is equals next 37.1 equals to 10a plus 30b plus 100c. 130.3 is equals to 30a plus 100b plus 354c. Okay, so if we try to convert it into the matrix, then 5, 10, 30, 10, 30, 100, then 30, 100, 354. Into A, B, C equals to 12.9, 37.1 and 130.3. Okay, so similarly, if you will find the root, okay, using Gauss-Jordan or Gauss elimination method, okay, then you will get A is equals to 1.42, B is equals to minus 1.07, and C is equals to 0.55. Okay, so equation will be y is equals to 1.42 minus 1.07x plus 0.55. So this is your model. This is your model. Okay, clear with this? Are you clear with this? So let's keep up to this in this session. In next session, I will be giving you one more example of nonlinear regression, and I will show you some derivation. I will show you some derivations, that why we are getting those equations. Let me stop the recording.